red.
Throwing flashbang.
One on one. Long clear.
Smoke.
Info, bro. Info.
Flashbang. Grenade out.
Nice info. You can't say fucking mid. What the fuck?
Flashbang.
Last one.
Counter-terrorists win. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Who are the IWP? I'll take it. Don't give it to Blue, bro. Can you drop me an M4? Oh, wait. Shut the fuck up, Blue. Okay, yeah. Level 7 shit.
Move it, move it.
Relax, bro. We're in the lead. Just chill, boys.
Throwing fire.
Let's go, Mike.
Grenade out. Throwing smoke.
Flash. Bomb there. One guy in the corner.
Deploying flashbang. Incendiary.
Good bomb.
Grenade.
Never mind. One tunnel. Last guy long info. Long in tunnel. Just chill, boys. 4v1. That's it. Oh wow. Don't fucking peek, bro. What the fuck?
Throwing smoke.
Bomb still here.
Counter-terrorists win. There's no stopping us. These fellas are gonna regret waking up this morning. Laying down smoke. Throwing flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Smoke.
Short. One more shot. Let's go short.
Throwing a grenade. Counter-terrorists win. Nice. We are out of here. Incendiary out. Grenade out. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Laying down smoke.
Tunnels one. Kill short.
Grenade out. Incendiary.
Cam it, bro.
Incendiary out.
Long shot.
Throwing fire.
I wanna save.
Terrorists win.
Fuck! I'm gonna push tunnel in a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick.
Let's make this Reyes rain. Deploying flashbang.
I help.
Only one.
Grenade out.
Long. Long menu.
Okay.
One grab.
Flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Smoke.
Long. You can just.
Defusing.
Yeah. Nice. Can you get the op vent? Where? Connector?
Counter-terrorists win.
Connector?
Oh, it's a piece of cake, Suez.
It's okay.
Let's have at it. Laying down smoke. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Throwing fire. Smoke. Grenade out.
B.
Bomb has been planted.
Where is he? Flashing over. Nice.
Right side.
Side. Yeah. Go
Nice.
defuse. Go
Defuse,
defuse.
you have
What the fuck?
Bro, you have
Bitch!
I thought you had that.
What
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Green. Fucking idiot.
Oh my.
Долбоёб ты. Эй, Грин, долбоёб ты. Чё делаешь? Не умеешь играть?
Sorry, my bad.
Пошёл нахуй, блин.
I'll win the next round. Sorry, guys. I'll win the next round for y'all.
Decoy. Flashbang.
You can move. Two FD.
One suicide.
Last to be.
Bomb has been throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Laying down
Okay, remember to defuse this time. Sorry.
bomb
Full long purple. What the fuck are you? Bro.
Deploying
Yeah.
flashbang. Throwing fire. Throwing smoke. Smoke.
One shot. Go short, purple. Please watch my short. I'm watching. What's his position? Long. Fuck. Bomb tunnels, don't worry. Just chill.
You're right on. You're right on.
Last round, guys, last round.
Flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Incendiary. Laying down smoke. Grenade.
Middle.
Incendiary. Grenade out.
One long.
Throwing smoke.
Short, yeah, short.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing a grenade.
One out.
Plant.
Bomb
Last guy
tunnels.
was mid,
Last
mid,
DD,
mid.
last DD.
C2 or mid. Maybe LT now.
Wagon clear, lads. We will take everything from them. Yeah.
Bro, just play, bro. Play. Excellent.
Go B, fast B. Orange.
Fuck, I'm lagging, bro. Like crazy.
Get a bomb.
I'm planting the bomb.
Terrorists win.
Nice, bro.
Fast, go B, go B. Last two sides, purple. Two sides.
Terrorists win.
I flash you in long, bro.
Yeah, I go long.
Don't go long.
They pushed up long.
Throwing bomb.
Go B. Go B. Run B.
F2 guys. What are you doing? Hey, blue.
Go run B.
Only one. No time
What the
out.
fuck,
No
man?
time
Why are
out.
you doing this?
Blue, what the fuck?
Someone come along with me.
Hey, blue, долбоёб, блин. Шум нахуй, блин.
What of course. I'm throwing a flashback.
Go.
Bro.
Wait.
Counter-terrorists win.
Alright, let's go B.
Back 10.
Yeah, back 10 run. Oh my god. So troll, bro.
Let's go over this area. Alright.
I flash in, I got 2 flash ping.
Yeah.
I'm flashing.
One tunnel.
Bob.
What the fuck, guys?
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Just chill, boys. No panic.
It's just super annoying, bro. Hey, go one more.
Yeah, let's go.
We can try all short, bro. Why
I am
people
long pick, please. Please.
Yeah,
with
okay.
no guns? Oh, you have AK.
Yeah, I'll flash you twice, okay?
Okay, okay.
You'll get opening easy, I trust you.
Oh,
Where the fuck is this purple, bruh? I got 2 flashes ready.
He's back, finally. Someone take bomb, please. There's an AK on the...
Flashing now.
Don't go.
No, no flex, bro.
No, that's not good, eh?
What the...
Counter-terrorists win.
Let's not go long, fuck that.
No, no long, guys.
Kill this LT guy. The LT
Yeah, let's
one
push LT. Let's push LT, come.
That
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
keeps fucking coming every...
Yeah, let's not panic, we got this.
Go LT and then we go short.
Yeah.
simply defeat the enemy. That is all I ask.
Well, let's come back.
Down the smoke.
Flash out.
Flashbang.
Yeah, careful. I think we'll... Care long flank.
Fucking knew it. God.
I told you guys to care.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Yeah, let's go short, bro. Fuck this.
Affirmative.
Someone smoke Xbox. Let's just rush short. 5 short.
Okay, I'm happy with it.
They will flank long fast, so we need to be quick.
Okay.
Yeah. But one person will wait outside long.
Why,
Yeah, someone wait outside long. Catch them.
Okay.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, let's go short together.
I'm throwing smoke.
Just stay, just
Go, go, go.
go, let's
Go, go, go through. What? Go, go. Wait for long.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, just play default, bro. Fuck. Just try to get picked.
Yeah, just chill, boys. They will push.
okay, guys, hold.
Yeah.
It's easy. We kill them, and then we go home.
Yeah, bomb yellow.
Yeah.
Carry long push.
I'm watching long. Nice try, go B.
Sniper. Go B.
Middle way, 2.
Short one.
Counter-terrorists win.
Guys, go Alpha, rush B, okay?
Okay.
Wait, smoke in rush B.
Let's go. That's how you flashbang.
Shift, yes!
LT1, LT1.
Okay. Purple, hey, orange, please. Wait, sniper. Go. Go, nice. Last
Don't
Last
peek,
guy.
Luke.
Yeah.
Just play safe.
Affirmative.
I'm hiding, boys.
Watch window.
I'll swing off you guys contact.
Nice.
Let's fucking go. Bro, Luke, you want op, you can pick long with it.
You, follow me. Thank you for this.
Try and pick long, see if you can get a pick.
I agree.
I'll flash you in once,
Decoy out.
Bro, you need to go immediately.
One up.
Nice.
Let's go, Lord.
Yeah, one more flash.
One more.
Let's go, Lord.
I'm throwing smoke. I'm throwing fire.
Catch, go big, guys.
We don't need to come immediately.
Yeah, go big, guys. Be clear.
No, 1 minute. One short.
Okay, come, let's go. Let's fall back. Just chill, we have 1 minute.
I'm on fire.
We don't need to rush. We have 1 minute. What's the plan, boys?
We'll be here. One was big, one was here, long.
Putting down the smoke.
Blue's faking A long end for you. So hopefully there's only. Go, go, go.
Throwing smoke.
On side. Nice.
Nice. Go. Flap up.
Activating the
Blue, you need to hurry up.
To me,
Hold
to me,
down,
to me,
down.
to me, to me, to me.
Just stay alive, just stay alive. Don't die.
What?
Sorry, my bad.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
We should have committed A, honestly.
Yeah. You guys just.
Yeah, sure, just
drop
went
it,
A.
drop it. Hey, I can drop it.
Sounds
Screen.
good.
I can drop your screen. Last round.
Guys, let's play together, purple. Where are you going,
Yeah.
bro?
Throwing a flashbang.
Let's go.
Nice, let's go.
Purple.
Try and go short. Okay, Ja.
Just go, take side, guys. Take side, there.
One shot, short one. Just chill. Get long also.
Last round.
Let's go!
GG!
Sorry for that round, boys.
Oh.
Was around there, and there was hinting in all the videos, like, although was it Tempura or whoever it was, or Reigns, like, oh, maybe I'm going to decide this guy him up. No, not that point. After the major, when we saw him play also good on stage, so after that, we received several transfer offers, all of which were submitted for consideration. So the notion here, implied by what they're saying, is like these were all potentially acceptable offers. And then we basically just took these and said, right, consider these offers. But seemingly, Simple himself has considered and presumably declined these offers, which itself is interesting, by the way, because you're going to see one thing in this whole scenario I don't really fully. He sort of kept messaging, like he's outright said, like, I'm sort of in contact with Grid saying, oh, what the fuck, let me pledge, let me fucking pledge. And then you see this, well, I'm now relying on this. I'm submitting to you, like, here's offer. All right, mate, you want to play CS? Well, here's the offers for you to play CS elsewhere, not in our team. Which, by the way, I don't know how much they pay him. But they pay him his salary while he's in the team, and for all these years now, yes, I imagine there's potential salary, like, decrease when you're benched. That's how most big orgs work. But I'll tell you what, might not be the case in Simple's case. I could see Simple being someone who had a giant contract, like a zero type player. When you're at the peak, when you sign your contract like he did, it sounds like 3 years ago or something, you can get the sort of crazy deal. In the same ways in the NFL, they like to put money on the team in case they get injured. Yeah, but if you're some like goated quarterback and you're so in demand and elite that like every other will go, look, what, they don't offer you a certain stipulation, I'll give you it. Everyone ends up giving you the guaranteed money. Because even if you do get injured, the point is all the other people bidding are going to go, I'll give you the guaranteed money. They're not going to try to gamble. And so eventually you have to do it. I could easily imagine something that sort of a deal. So I would love to know, maybe I'll ask him this one day, how much of your salary were you getting when you were on the bench here, mate? Because if it was anywhere close to all of it, holy fuck, I think this is like almost borderline, I don't know about dishonest, I would say disingenuous the way you're framing it. And I actually even think it's a bit fucked up, potentially even morally. Because you're making it sound like they are keeping you in prison. Oh, I can't play. It's like, hey, either accept an offer to a smaller team so they get their money in return. They pay all this salary for months. They want either that loan approach that Harvey had, or they want to buy out the totally reasonable when they paid you all these years of salary, or half salary, or whatever. And by the way, you know the sort of contract he had. Even half salary would be better than like most of the top 10 teams in fucking the HLTV top 10 as far as I know. He was on a giant fucking salary. So even half of that would still be bigger than like, the joke is probably way more than like a Mongols player would get full starter salary in the team which made the fucking major final, because who is the Mongols on exactly? So I did have a little bit of a problem with that, but I just thought this part was missed by people. The notion they had multiple offers, more than one offer, and they submitted them, and presumably he didn't take any at the time. Now maybe this ended up being one, but even then I think if you look at the framing elsewhere, I don't actually know that that necessarily makes that much sense. So the idea he didn't take other deals, now you could imagine, let's go a fan approach for a second, he certainly seemed, by all the things he messaged online, like he really liked it in FaZe Clan. They needed a big superstar name, believe in the FaZe Clan brand again, and they also need the dream that he becomes real Simple again. You've got all these things at the major, at least it is, it's not like the times the full dose. So seemingly, Simple come back, work his way back to FaZe, make it Simple, that's be amazing initially, then eventually you get your status back. So I think if you look elsewhere at what he messaged, it was implied that he just wanted FaZe. It was just FaZe or bust, it's fine. So you go back a month ago, end of June, and he posted a picture here when he was on holiday with some girl, I'm assuming he was dating or something. A fan goes, is she gonna be the buff when you join FaZe? He goes, seems like not joining, keep it in secret. Now look, Simple can be silly, but even he knows this is tongue-in-cheek. He obviously knows that by saying it like this, it isn't in secret. Spoiler, 262k people saw it, and 3k people liked it. I just wanted to retweet it instantly. So it wasn't me, he was doing that sort of like keeping secret. He wants everyone to know that publicly. He wants everyone to. That's like someone replying to a story, knowing the fan will fucking some in sports on Instagram, knowing someone will screenshot and then put it on all the gossip websites. You know what you're doing. This guy then goes, "We need you, bro," and he goes, "Sometimes it's hard to go out from jail." Now, I'll get back to that later because I want to keep all the topics together. But I'm showing this is where his head was at a month ago. Presumably he wants to join FaZe. In fact, I'd go further and I'd even say that he's actually sort of pressuring FaZe by saying this like, "It seems like I'm not joining." Things I haven't, or I won't do. Seems like I'm not joining. Sometimes it's hard to get out from jail. He's called out both parties there. He's called out FaZe for not signing him, seemingly. Or he's called out Narby for the buyout being too much and then not doing the business with FaZe. By the way, based on things I've heard. One, I imagine Narby did want a decent buyout. I'll get to that in a minute because of the model they'd already established that worked twice with FaZe and Falcons of renting this guy, presumably for like 100 grand or something a month. Like, that's a fucking banger approach to take. You still keep him, but you also get 6 figures, and he goes and plays his rent. It's currently not even generally that's actually out performing you in centre. So you're not even fucking your in these tournaments. Then he's going sometimes hard to go out from jail. So then you go to this FaZe angle. So in July, he said basically destroying everyone in Clash Royale, waiting for contract or at least good opponent. Hashtag FaZe. So then 10 goes, "Brother, I love you." And he goes, "I love you. You know what to do. By the way, even though he's doing it in a jokey, sort of jovial manner, this is somewhat a massive superstar player. Remember, it doesn't matter how good they are at the game now. People like Simple in CS, Reckless in League of Legends, these are giant names in their esports. Like the joke is, both those players, when benched or playing in lesser regions or academy, they would both, if you saw at the end of last year, they were the most searched players in their games. They were like top 2 or 3, even though they're not at the level of like Opposite in League of Legends or Zero in Fantasy. It doesn't matter. They have more cultural impact, copyright values. And that's why fans are still incredibly interested. So when you've got a massive profile like that, or a Ronaldo, etc., obviously is nowhere close to the best player in the world anymore, but it's a giant name in sports. When you do this, you know what you're doing. You are trying to actually get the ground swelling of fan sentiment that they agree they want to see you play again and play in FaZe. Even FaZe has loads of fans that had a massive pop from the crowd online and in person at that major. You are trying to use that to influence FaZe to get the fucking deal done. Like before, you made it like it's hard when you're in jail. That sounds like you're saying an army. Come on, let's man. Now it looks like you're basically telling FaZe, get your fuck back. Where's my offer then? Or where's my offer that's even vaguely close to a number they might say yes to? You say you want me. You're saying it on stream you want me for like attention and interest and free PR. And now are you actually going to show it? And I'll just put this out there. If there were teams making offers, and Navi, seemingly these offers are acceptable. Like they're massive and simple, and if he agrees and considers them worthwhile, presumably they'll move forwards, they'll get the numbers crunched, and they'll get a deal done. I'm just going to put this out there. No one knows yet who the other team orgs are, but I'm going to go ahead and guess the 2 teams I'm about to name now weren't in the mix. And if they weren't, I think these orgs are controlling themselves. So one is the aforementioned G2, where the CEO of G2 went out this way last season, bizarrely. He just addressed the notion of that fans alongside Simple because the team's losing honesty. Although he didn't seem to himself the writing was on the wall the whole time there. Maybe you don't know CS. And then he went out to say that they didn't want to sign Simple. That doesn't make sense where they're at in their careers. And then they turned around and signed for Hades as a stand-in for the major, and then Pius as their real fucking player. Like, that already makes you look like a clown. The other one to me, that's crazy, this seemingly wasn't even in the room. You never saw this on the Telegram or someone in Russian translated. Where the fuck was Team Liquid in this equation? I've even heard last year, back when they had the Zeus, Cadian, that lineup was Yakinda. I've even heard back then they thought about possible solutions. Could we get like a Simple, something like that come into the team? Would that be possible? Because Cadian's playing like shit in the orb. Where did this last season? Like, you imagine taking out Ultimate today and putting Simply, listen, yeah, you're bringing a massive personality. You're going to have a lot to deal with outside the server. He's got to get his shit together. He's got to learn the new meta. That's all true. Wouldn't it be similar to the Roki scenario? Wouldn't he just walk in and immediately have games that were better than Ultimate? Immediately give you a presence on the server you didn't have before. And actually, by the way, give you a little bit of fucking spark, give you a little bit of fucking energy that you're actually going to need to fight for something. And the moment they play Team Liquid, look like they're fucking, they got a face like a slapped arse, and they just collect their check and fuck off in last place or second to last. That's whack. It still looks on the paper like the roster should be good. But by the way, you put simple instead of open on the roster, we're cooking already. NAF can stay for now. Like, we got some nice riflers, we've got a massive name fucking potential all-star. Like, where are these teams? Where is G2 and TL? If I'm going to say Navi's going to regret it in a few years, I think fucking G2 and Team Liquid might be stupid next year. Certainly both had fours where they could get it together and be better than whatever Team Simple's on now. But like, you always have to ask, what if? Do the Doctor Strange? What if we go to the alternate timeline where it's Simple instead of some pious here? It's Simple instead of Ultimate and Team Liquid. Wouldn't that be an interesting second season of this year to go and watch? So then we have this whole angle of him joining BC Game. Now, here's where I know BC Game. I know it was actually the team initially that Guardian joined. Guardian joined it to become a coach. And then after that, people might not remember, they basically got a whole bunch of the players that used to be Kassad's Bleed players. They had people like Cypher, Nexa, Jacob. These are all his boys. No. These are all people that were in the Bleed team, but just they weren't getting paid by the Bleed or they decided to play out his own pocket and then the team failed online, didn't they? So that's where I do this team. Guardian Mission's not the coach anymore. Then from the players up to Bleed. And then thirdly, maybe you have heard about this. Because there was that crazy drama where Jacob supposedly had basically stolen skins from people. The legendary Norwegian player had formerly Renegades and way back in the day G2 also, obviously that one close to Vulcan one. He'd supposedly just not returned or he'd lied and he'd just stolen tens of thousands of dollars worth of skins. And then the story went, this came out actually, not just as like an exposing people with skin traders and stuff, but also it actually was addressed by BC Game themselves and they said something along the lines that they were going to like bench him as a punishment, and then also that they were like helping him to pay it off or helping him to deal with it. It was implied to me, basically, if you read between the lines of that because they are like a massive esports team, as in the sense of being funded by the casino, it implied to me they just have it's a license to print money, isn't it? That they were going to help him pay off some of his debts to help him load this bad PR, and then potentially, if he's motivated in the game, he can come back in the roster. But you could just cut that load debts yourself. You could just go recount the associates and steal skins and way out of the casino or anything. You could do all that, but they actually seemingly stood by him early on and actually were seemingly potentially willing to financially help him. Now, I do think that's actually a positive for this story, Simple joining them. Because even though right now, I can tell you, we'll get into it in a second, their lineup is not good. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and guess they have a fuck ton of money and potentially even paid a decent buyout for Simple and are paying him a very good salary. That was my speculation from the outside. Now, I'll give you an angle that people also miss. You never skip back a few years. It goes like this. So, a few days ago, 22nd of July, cs2 News posted this. I see this was on the Telegram also. Simple was talking about playing casino streams. It says now addicted to this swap casino streams. I know it means this one is like a visual metaphor. If you know the Donald Trump application, maybe not the best angle to use, it's a company you might end up joining. And they're addicted to this swap casino streams. Maybe I should give it to them. I could make some cash if my contract with Harvey ends. They say I could even stream it on Twitch. Now, first things first, if you're thinking about doing casino streams on the 22nd of July, and then something like 6 days later, you join a team that is funded by a casino, already I can see why they would want you, whether their CS team's ever going to be good or not. Because you're Simple, you're a giant streamer, you're off the stream CS, remember? You turn on your stream and show yourself playing on their casino. I imagine that is about the best possible PR they can actually fucking try. I mean, right now, people don't know, it's not Simple anymore, because it's not as big a name in CS right now, but people like Nico are constantly being put into fake ads with AI that lie and say he's part of, like, you know, a skin giveaway or a special site where you can join this thing now. And he is so huge that even scammers do that on Twitch to try and get people to click, go to the stream, etc. So you have the real Simple. Mate, he doesn't even have to play one lick of CS. He doesn't have to shove a single head. Already that could be mega advertising for your casino. And by the way, that's a rare example of advertising where you will just directly profit from doing that. So I actually think personally for a BC game, even though they might have had to pay a decent buyout, might be hundreds of thousands, and they certainly might even have to pay him, 30, 50k a month salary. It's probably worth it. You know how huge Simple is and how much influence he has, and how many young people, I don't mean that in terms of kids, I mean people who follow CS and target demographic, 15 to 24-year-old people. I think this is one of the best people you could ever sign on. And he's already mentioned publicly, I haven't really tried to see this. All of a sudden, completely out of the blue, zero warning from even the CIS community or the insiders, signs for a team that's related to a casino. It's a bit on the nose for me. Not that there's a problem with it, but it just seems like this detail has been missed by people in putting this story together. Because, in my opinion, he would be a mega person to promote the casino. Plus, right now, that's even a way he can directly do something for the team. He's not yet that shit hot in the game, is he? So, I've got an angle on this I want to address, which goes like this. I heard from one of my little birds in the sea that this deal might only be for a couple of months, might only be like a 2-3 month deal. And if you don't know, if you go back to when signed his last Navi contract, I believe people online say it's supposed to run out in October of this year. That's also why Navi was doing a very interesting approach, as I'll get to in a minute, with the whole will we let you be bought out? Because at the time, on the contract high to make the buyout, and then the buyout being high makes people more tempted to say, I'll just get it for a month, so you can go for a month. But you're paying maybe like a sixth or a seventh of the buyout, depending on what era, it's supposed to be millions before, maybe it's 7K now, because it's a few months left. It's still worth more to you to Navi, to one, not have him on a top team elsewhere, two, get the buyout, and then potentially you want them to do a Falcons or a FaZe, rent him for a month or two, and then you want them to buy as well, then you get the rent and the buyout. So that's actually perfect for you, right? So I can see why that aspect would exist. So I'll just say this. People thinking, so he's committed to BC game. No, based on what I've heard, he might only be doing the equivalent. It sounds to me like they just bought the end of his contract. Or maybe he even bought himself out for the end of his contract and they pay him some fuck ton of money to play BC. I don't know. This is speculation as well. But I'm trying to put together some pieces that are out there. They're just not directly connected or explicitly stated, are they? So I think actually, wouldn't this work for all parties? If you're Navi, but it's not good to arrive and to beat you. Like in FaZe, you might have actually made you look silly. Also, you're not letting him go for cheap, because why the fuck would you? One, people have to gamble that he might still be super sick out, but he might be. Two, there's other teams in the mix. There's other teams in the mix. I don't care what FaZe offers. If he's offering more, then I'm sorry, that FaZe can't be top of our list. I'm looking at these other offers. Now, which one do you want? Yeah, but I want everything out of it. You understand how you all think that you're in. But we're the ones paying you millions of fucking dollars who have a giant contract that you totally agreed to and pick your power for all your terms, I would imagine. So yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and exercise our right to the end of the contract and deal with it how we want to. But I think this is perfect for all three parties. I think if you're Navi, it's selling not to a massive org, presumably you get the buyout you want anyway. You're in a scenario where he's now gone. There's no more pressure of all people like Wonderful will have to shit themselves thinking Simple's coming. No, the normal acting. If you're Simple, I get to it in a second, but I actually think now you can just earn your way back. Now it won't be like Falcons and FaZe where you've just been gifted a spot. Yeah, you might be actually like you was. You might walk in and be the best player, but you've just been gifted that spot. You didn't earn it back. You're getting up who you were in cs4 and who you used to be. These teams are desperate, quite frankly. There's a deal you can't ignore. These weren't like super elite teams signing him. These were desperate teams signing him. And where the main thing they had potentially was money for the buyout. And in some cases, they were both trying to do it for the major, weren't they? Falcons was trying to get the major sticker money and get one result finally after months and months. And FaZe was trying to get there, to do something at the major, make the playoffs and have a little run and give people hope that they're a real team still and they haven't just capsized and they're just some also runs that they certainly seem like a lot of the time. So I think this is actually a great move. Because then consider if I'm going to be big secret watch the casino and plays with your lesson because I think you can do something with CCT that gives you a little bit of a pop and you start to reignite your CS after it seemingly had died on its arse and just been slowly fading out like a because of what happened with Jacob and people fucking off to the rest of the development. A few days before this, they already sold Cypher, one of their more promising players, I believe, advanced since 23. You already sold them to Fnatic. So I think if you look at this squad, the detail this is only for a few months, but then Simple goes there, wants the casino, Giga grinds online, then he is in a very powerful position in a few months, maybe in October this year. Because then he can walk, zero buyout, to another big org. He's already shown his level online, in online competition. He's shown it in FPL. He's shown it while grinding. He's streamed. You can see now he's real simple. He must be motivated. He's got his level up. He's had some results online. Now you walk in, 0 buyout. All you need is salary. If you're simple, now the world is your oyster. And that would be right in the middle of this season now, but with still time before the next major, where again, if you're a big game team, you need to gamble. You're too liquid. Just put it out there. That's not even speculation. I'm putting it out there. I want that to exist in the world. Manifest, secret. Maybe you could decide this guy make your miracle run for the major, except that you're not signing for it. You'll know he's already won. You'll know it's still real simple. And he's got 0 buyout. A lot of offers could have a fucking clenched arsehole for next season, aren't they? If what I'm saying is accurate. Now, it's based on... Let's just say, I haven't got an eye. It's not something I've cross-referenced, it's just something I heard from one man of the birds. By the way, if you want to feel bad for someone as well, how about this guy? This fucking guy, Nork, can't catch a break. Look, he was never an elite world-class AWP. He was just like a good tier 1 AWPer, I would say, around the beginning of his NIP period, especially in the Apex run at that Glass Paris major, where they really could, by the way, have beaten Vitality and been in the final, maybe won that major. This guy can't catch a break. So when he was in an IP, he for real came in one day and they were like, bad news, dog, we decided device. And the joke is he really was just like, well, understandable. Thank you for my time in an IP. Just walked up. It's like, if they signed device, especially back then, 2021, of course he's way better than you. In fact, the joke is you'd even say to them, you should sign device. A bit like our fantasy Goldie League. When they were like, we could have had Yad Coach did you because they didn't have an extra analyst. And I was like, oh, he's probably better than me, maybe you should have got him. And the joke is they did get him off legs at the Boston Major, wasn't he? Well now, after the device, now Simple's done the same thing to him. Nork himself was trying to resurrect his career. Now he's like, sorry mate, we just got fucking Simple. It's like, well, alright, I mean, just the game he had against Mongols in the fucking Swiss alone. The last 2 years, so yeah, I guess. But at least he has a good sense of fucking game. Like, I like this angle. Any team that wants to pick up 0 in the future, his joke is to decide, presumably it'll be 0 consequence next for the world. Could also make the same joke about Monacy or someone could even want to do that angle. By the way, that's clearly got a sound fucking sense of humour, hasn't he? Well, the roster of BC Game isn't, by the way, one that has no hope whatsoever. There are some pieces there that you will know. So you will know Nexa. He is the in-game leader, I believe, of the team. Now, sure, in-game leader has been a cursed position for Nexa, but we're also not talking about tier 1 like you can try and make all the players on the lands. This is just getting things going online. I'm pretty sure Nexa can be a competent IGL at that level. He even did IGL a team to a major final in 2021. I'm pretty sure Simple knows he played against him in the final of said major. So Nexa can certainly be a competent IGL at this level, despite all the memes of what happened in G2. It wasn't the IGL in that last roster, remember? That was the Huxley era. That was when Nexa was just in a position where he was just a fucking bad lurker, basically. Then you've got, and also by the way, some of his personality is he will seek to Simple and set up the game around him, in my opinion. Then you've got Kakadin, who was the Macedonian player that was in Apex after their major period of time at one point. This is someone where I have heard in the past, I think he was even considered in, I think like Ensor Heroic or someone was considered at one point in time at the end of 2023. So this has been a guy who's been around the tier 1 scene and people have had interest in him. The Prime Taps guy I barely know. This little guy used to be a big German tourist. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. And look, beyond that, you've just got rid of Cypher. You still need a 4th player, right? That's 3 players plus Simple. Presumably you need, in this case, like another good rifler, right? We're assuming Simple's going to be the AWP. Now, one thing I want to just point out here is, I feel like people who are just hating on all fans just constantly rewrite Simple's career. And just so first of all, they always tell this line, he's shit at Falcons. He wasn't. I can tell you that was when he wasn't playing the game much, and he walked into the worst ever version of Falcons, and he was the best player in their team. And not only that, he only played like 13 maps. Every other map, he was like top fragging the whole circle and actually looking legit in the shot. Like the world that's him out. And he's barely played cs2. There's still something there. He's still inside. But similarly, when it comes to his performance at this last major, it's been rewritten because of the quarters. So in the Swiss system, if you remember, what happened was, FaZe Clan played Aurora in the opener, and Aurora passed Aurora against the top 5 or 6 team in the world. Then after that, they played Mouse, the number 2 team in the world, and beat them 13-10 on Ancient. Then you had this series when they played Mongols, who ended up going to the final, and they took and then that was it, that was them through to the playoffs. In this match they had, in the Swiss, which got them to the playoffs, if you remember, Simple started map 1, something like 0-6 was the scoreline or something like that. This is what happened by the end of the game. He went something like, let's say like 37-12 after that, over like 1.5 maps or something, and smurfed the whole server against the team that went to the major final and even beat by Tango. This happened.
दो कब बना रही हो bro?
Like, these numbers right now at age against like what, a top 5 team in the world. So T-side, T-side, it's mega. Just if you go to the last major and you do stats, this has stage 3 and the playoffs. So he played 7 matches, he played 5 in the Swiss, and then he played 2 in that really bad quarter-final where he shot the bed and hit nothing against the rematch of Mongols. Even with the shit series against Mongols, look where Simple was rated in the tournament from stage 3 and the playoffs. He was literally the 8th highest rated player in the entire tournament. Played Simple on maps as Donk, as Yukinda. He was the 8th highest rated in the entire tournament. And it's not like FaZe was insane, by the way. He was their firepower. FaZe was a 1.05 team. He was their firepower. Remember, Frozen's in their team, a HLTV player every year. Frozen didn't play particularly well this tournament. Elysia's in the team, he played okay. Rain was actually semi-shit. Carrigan didn't have a great performance, he was okay at times. That's even with the bad 2 maps. Against a team that was getting better as the tournament went on, by the way. You go, look, this is the performance at the major from FaZe Clan. They played 7 maps. Look at Simple's numbers. He is gapping his own team, and they're all real professional players who've been in a bunch of playoffs, and Elysia's still like, Elysia and Frozen are world-class riflers. Carrigan's one of the best IGLs in the world. A historical role player in Rain. And again, this guy, pretty good numbers for a T-side AWPer. CT side is obviously smurfing. Look at that, look at the KD on that. That's including the 2 shit games. So miss me with this whole fucking whack angle of like, yeah, it was just garbage at the base, he's washed. If that's washed, you don't know anything about Counter-Strike, and I don't respect your opinion enough to even speak to you further. Go to the fucking dunce corner, put your little cone hat on and shut the fuck up. Ask the Mongols if he's washed. So then we had this thing where he did this tweet that I want to address now, because this was so self-pity, I think it's actually pathetic. When he got released and he joined BC Game, he goes, Dobby is free, I just want to play. BC Game Esports gave me the chance, and they're serious about building a top tier team. Right, we'll see about that. Look, Silent Simple certainly says much, but based on what I've heard, maybe they haven't got that many months to do it. I don't know really if I believe they're going to do this, but whatever, I could believe he's been sold on that vision. Also, maybe if it goes awesome, he does stay there. Maybe they pay him a nice salary and they claim they will sign other people. Let's see. By the way, interestingly, I'll just throw this out there. We assume GL is just going to be bench for a while and then come back to Navi, maybe even from Makazi. That's probably on the table there, and he's probably more likely to be allowed back. But he did talk recently, Simple on stream, about the idea of what if we play with you, GL, and play with... Maybe someone like a GL could come to a team like this in the future. I don't think so, but, you know, let's put it out there. Let's see what moves we make and how I can impact things. Maybe some things will change, maybe not. Only results will show. You've just given us nothing there, but okay. One wise man said, this is key, if you want to come back on Tier 1C, you need to join Tier 3 team. I haven't done anything for 2 years. It's time to change that. Can't waste/lose game time sitting on bench. Now, just as an aside, he also did do the classic Simple Flame, which is BC Game goes, we are Tier 1, what the fuck? Welcome, boss man. And he goes, you wish? Because it wouldn't be simple unless you flame your own fucking team, would you? So pretty funny. Now, 2 things here. I'll address this one. See this part here. One wise man said, if you want to come back on tier 1 team, you need to join tier 3 team. Now, true, I have said something like this last sentence, which is that I do think whether you get signed by FaZe or not, while you're waiting to get signed and offers are out there, I'd be grinding the whole time. I'd be grinding on stream and in an FPL farm simple. I'd be playing as much as I can to, one, get my level good, so when I do get the opportunity, I can be awesome. But two, show the world I do care about the game. I am motivated and I'm raring at the bit to go and be in a top team again. That'll make it more likely they sign you, in my opinion. But this part here is very interesting. One wise man said this thing about you need to join a tier 3 team. Now, if you don't know, back in 2024, in July, when Navi's becoming like the top team in the world, and people still are thinking, can Simple come back into the roster though? Blade did this very interesting statement where he said that. He said Simple can start playing online tournaments with tier 3 teams to come back. So let's see this. When Simple comes back, this is something he said with DOS2PR, which is like the Brazilian equivalent of like HLTV.org sort of, to regional site. I think this question only has to Simple. I can't say anything too far because we are focused on this line, how these pieces work. He's already messaging us quite clearly between the lines, isn't he? He is resting. Interesting already, he's not grinding. He is resting. So obviously he's not at his rest individually and he needs to start doing something. As soon as he is ready to come back, anything can happen. We don't know. He's even actually leaving a door open. Maybe he can come back. After the major, there is a big transfer window, and usually the teams that change are the ones that completely failed. For example, the ones that are outside the top 8, if you don't know, at the major after this, at the end of this season, at the end of 2024, Perfect World Shanghai Major, Navi did fail to even get top 8. Essentially, that's part of the prophecy, as it were, or path to return from the lineup was set by Blade. Problem was, Simple didn't grind, did he? Simple didn't go and play tier 3 online CS and put loads of hours in and show, put me back in the game, coach. So then it says here, any team that needs a good AWPer might pick him. If I was Simple, here's what's key, this is the same advice I gave Simple recently. If I was Simple, I would start showing him now to demonstrate he's ready for after Shanghai. And Blade is so smart, he's even speaking all this it's the perfect time to jump on this train. I don't know. He can start playing online tournaments with tier 3 teams to come back. We know Simple, he's the GOAT. He just needs to get in shape. Now, this is already...
Go, go.
Beep, beep, beep, beep. Planting. That smoke.
Bomb has been planted.
Last smoke backside. A truck have duo.
We took the piss out of them. Let's move! Laying down smoke.
Three mid, three.
Ada, yeah.
सुनो उसको कहते हैं घर नहीं पसंद आया ना तो उसको बोल देने का मुझे नहीं रहना अगले महीने से वो एडजस्ट कर देती है एंड देन मैंने गोदाम से करने का इतना सब है करके मैंने उसको मैंने बोला आई एम इंटरेस्ट मतलब हाँ ने बोला आई विल गेट बैक ऑन द वीकेंड बोला
Grenade out!
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, yeah! Thank you. Move it, people! Flashbang. Smoking.
Con.
Bomb has been planted.
C2.
Terrorists win.
Move it. Throwing smoke.
Two mid. A B.
Bomb has been planted.
out. Throwing fire. Grenade out. Smoke out. Incendiary out. Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang.
Under. Sorry. Under that.
Bomb has been planted.
Yes, I can.
Triple and 7.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Deploying decoy. Laying down smoke.
Watch B1.
Grenade.
Bomb has been planted.
Market.
Now we're really laying into them. I'm defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Shield fella.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, it's a piece of cake, sweat. Let's go, fellas. Decoys out. Incendiary. Incendiary out. Smoke. Incendiary.
B again.
Throwing grenade.
Okay, under.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang out. Throwing a grenade.
One middle.
B1.
Counter-terrorists win.
There you go. Decoy. Fire. Grenade out. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire.
One last remake low.
Counter-terrorists win.
There's no stopping us.
Going back.
Grenade out. Grenade.
Still man DM. Another one.
Incendiary out.
Con. Stay. Bomb jump A side.
Beep.
Counter-terrorists win.
Bro, can you drop one? Thank you.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's a negative. Throwing fire. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Laying down smoke.
Let me.
Throwing flashbang.
Amen. Planting A.
Throwing a grenade.
City one.
Throwing smoke. Oh, it's a piece of cake, so it is.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Now you're right on, you're right on. Thank you. Let's do this thing. Deploying decoy. Throwing flashbang.
BF one.
Incendiary out. Grenade out. Grenade out.
Bomb has been planted.
Laying down smoke. Defusing.
Terrorists win.
Shield, big fella.
PPP.
Let's move. Ready on. Okay, I'm setting it down here.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Hey, wait for this.
One more jungle.
Left, left, left.
Default.
1B, 1A.
Last shot.
That's fish.
Counter-terrorists win.
We will make the regret today. Deploying smoke shield.
Counter-terrorists win.
You spruced up knuckleheads ready to do this or what?
Aiming.
Aiming.
Counter-terrorists win.
Where you smoke? Green.
Window.
I smoke bomb.
Still one.
Laying down some fire.
Blue up.
Good, good. They will do nothing to stop us.
Nice.
Throwing the Molotov. Throwing smoke. Grenade. Throwing smoke. Grenade out.
Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted.
Нет. No. Oh. Yes, let's do it. No. Negative.
Oh, choke. My bad, my bad. Shot. Shot one, shot one.
Go shot one more.
Bomb has been planted.
I'm throwing smoke. Grenade.
Terrorists win.
Something I think is quite interesting. What I'll address initially is this. This is why I don't actually blame Blade overall for not taking Simple back and making that the gamble. Like, I feel like if you were even going to do a gamble in your Blade, you would actually take a gamble, take a younger up-and-coming player who's mega grinding or a head trick or something like that, and you just figure out how to make it work. You did it with Wonderful. You got all that success, and all I thought you would with that type of player. I didn't even think you'd get trophies. I thought you'd just be a good player. So I understand why you'd rather go that route than bring this guy in. As it sort of addressed in my interview with him, Blade, he sort of made it clear that, like, he actually appreciates more winning in Navi with, like, a team effort and by committee and people doing their roles and playing proper CS and good macro CS over having maybe the greatest player ever, a superstar player, and building around them and having to cater to them massively. The implication being that's what it's like playing with Simple. But yeah, look, when that's all you've got, you take it. But if you could have a team where it's like there's not as many egos and you can win as well, and you get more of an input, it's more about what you want and what everyone else wants in the squad and playing the proper style. Maybe that's what he wants more. I get that aspect. And you don't know that he's actually grinding the game right. So crucially, Simple wasn't just about being the most skilled player ever, being the best, but it was about being the player who also played the most. He was like the Peyton Manning, the Kobe Bryant. He just grinded infinitely. So the one thing he never had to worry about with Simple was I didn't practice enough. He didn't try the new angles. He didn't practice his jumping roll scope. He didn't get all his utility setups. In fact, by the way, for a superstar player, might have had the best utility. I'll give Nico very good credit for his flashes, but Simple had some of the best utility of any superstar Opera I've ever seen. This guy definitely understood all the trades of utility on Inferno, Banana, etc. So this guy used to be a grinder. In fact, he even sort of implied as much himself that he gets that he fucked up in the way that Blade told him over a year ago to do by this tweet. On this GL stream. So when he went on a GL stream, only a few days before signing with PC Game, he says, why the hell would FaZe pay for me? By the way, put it together. So Na'Vi get all these offers. FaZe claim on stream they're going to try and get Simple. He's pressuring them. Hey man, you know what to do if you want to. I guess I am not joining FaZe. Oh, I am stuck in jail. Read between the lines. Na'Vi's asking for too much money and FaZe either just isn't doing their side or they just don't want to pay that much. and they're trying to maybe play hardball, and they're just leaving it out there and walking away from the table, the ultimate move in negotiation, saying, hey, let's see if that price goes down. If you've ever been to one of those cheap markets in China where they constantly go, oh, please, my children be fucking homeless if you get that price. And then you go, all right, well, forget about it then. And then you walk away. So they go, no, please, that price is good. And you're like, oh, fuck, they were playing me the whole time. Like, that, I could have gone even lower than that means. So maybe there was some, games pushing over there. Or maybe Faze just either doesn't have the money to sign a massive player like that, or they just don't want to. Maybe actually, like Simple implies, maybe they didn't want to for some reasons that they wouldn't say publicly, because that does them no favours. But behind the scenes, they've seen a few things to give them some doubt. So he says, why the hell would Faze play for me? They saw that I'm not that good. Ooh, interesting comment, because if you saw the major in the Swiss stage, you looked really good, right? Yeah, sure, shit on stage, but he hasn't played on stage in years, he hasn't played cs2 on stage, he's played one of the better teams in the world, up-and-coming team, super young, pride in the game, really good, so you've just played them, so they've seen the best of what you can do, then you don't play well, they win on the rematch with all the adjustments. But why would he say this? He says, they saw that I'm not that good. I made mistakes in practice, we didn't tell him, and played badly in the playoffs last Austin. Ooh, that's a bit interesting, a little bit spicy, isn't it? Because here's the interesting thing about that. That's why also a lot of my sympathy for Simple fell apart in this period. It's when it evaporated was when he started making all these public comments. Because bro, who is there to blame except you for that? Remember the story he told during the major, or maybe it's just before, where he said that he was only told something like, I think it was like 9 days before IEM Dallas. Rain contacted him. It was like, hey, do you want to play IEM Dallas as a stand-in and then the major as well, and then the major will have the real lineup with you. And he basically said something like, so I stopped drinking and I started playing, and it's like, what? What do you mean you stopped drinking? So the whole time before that, when you're sitting there like, can I get in the team? It's like, you're just fucking blah. No, it has to be a team. But I tell you, it would be nice at the bottom of this motherfucking bottle. Oh, look at that, the stars. Ooh. What are you doing? And then you started playing CS. So, by the way, look, on the one hand, that just shows that I am right about what incredible transcendent talent this guy is. Apparently, off one tournament playing together, remember the other one was for Skulls as a stand-in, one real tournament with that lineup, they only played 7 maps together, he could get the performance he had against Mongols in the Swiss out of only a week and a half of practice, a warm-up tournament with a different roster, and then going straight into playing 2 of the best teams in the world. That does show you has mad talent, but it also makes you think, fuck bro, what if you'd been grinding for 3 months? Wouldn't you already? Look, you still have to get yourself into match fitness. You might have the ring rust concept from MMA, combat sports, but your ability level would be way higher, right? You wouldn't have a game like you had in the playoffs where you just looked like you had your nuts cut off. You were just completely lackluster. You couldn't affect the game. You had no agency. The guy from the Swiss stage disappeared completely, and suddenly we had the worst ever version of Simple play that match. Well, after that, if they saw that game, and by the way, that bracket was set up that when you won that game, you could not only go in the third map, but won it, as you saw from the Swiss. I'm saying that you would have beaten Payne, you would be in the final. I don't think you have any chance to beat Vitality in the final. I'll tell you what, hype alone from that. Yeah, Faze probably do sign him. Oh, we got to get this deal done. We've got to have this guy. He's the only person who's saving Faze. But you didn't do that. It was right there. It's like a fucking ladder match in WWE. It's hanging right there. Watch it. Oh, maybe I should have said like one of those fucking contract matches with the briefcase. It was right there, and you couldn't climb up the ladder because you were out of shape in this analogy, and too atrophied and sitting on the fucking couch playing games on your phone and drinking and fucking driving sports cars to do what? The one thing you are all-time great at, play fucking CS. So yeah, you know what? Some of our sympathy evaporates away when I find that out. And then what? You're going to sort of whine about it later. Well, where the hell would Faze pay for me? You're the one publicly saying they have to do it and going on about, guess it's not happening now. Well, then why would it happen? This sounds like what you've done is when you know they're not signing you and that's gone and that's already gone over the horizon, that ship sailed. It sounds like then you just recontextualise it like, well, they were never going to sign me anyway, would they? I mean, why would they? I didn't play well for that, so I wasn't even fucking practicing the game. And then what? Now that you've joined BC Game, you've had the epiphany. Maybe I should practice CS and show people I'm really good in a totally different game than I was at the all-time GOAT in. And one that I've already played something mental, like off the top of my head, I'm going to say, 40 official maps? Come on, homie. You know, in Tier 2 and Tier 3 online CS, you play 40 maps in fucking 3 weeks, man. So you could have easily had hundreds of maps in this game. You chose not to. You didn't even grind super hard in FPL. You were on and off in that sense. So This is already an issue I have. Because let's
Where you
back
go,
to the
guys?
challenge.
Where you go?
I said I want to address this. Dobby is free. Right. I'm not a big Harry Potter
Hello?
fan. Never read the books. I've only watched a few of the movies. I actually got baited because I watched the one with like the Sirius Black guy, which had like the real actual talented director directed. I think I watched that one first. I thought this is bad actually. And I watched some of the other ones. I thought this is actually fucking gash. This is shit. Why would I watch this? Like, there's way better even children's fucking entertainment than this. But one thing I do know about Harry Potter is Dobby is this like shit little house elf kind of thing he has, where I think he actually works for like the Malfoys or whatever, and then he works for Harry Potter. And what they imply is that this like race of house elves, whatever, just get completely like fucking abused.
Wait, me, I'm flanking.
They just get completely wrecked by their masters. And so it's actually pathetic because when like Harry Potter's showing any sort of like kindness towards this elf, it's just like fucking, oh, master, oh, you're too kind. Like, yo, that's what Na'vi was doing to you when they did. When they gave you a giant contract, went, cheers for that giant contract. By the way, by signing this contract, I have essentially, in good faith, implied I want to play for you for 3 years. Me, Simple, the superstar player that's going to be worth all this enormous deal I've just negotiated. Oh, what's that? Listen, I'll always give you an out. You have that horrible fucked up scenario in your country. Maybe you couldn't go back to your home country, which would affect your playing life, your mentality, etc. Maybe you can't see your family. That all sounds terrible. I actually did a whole video, whole set of separate things about how I have a lot of sympathy for that. But you did do this massive contract, and then for years, people have shown a little bit of interest in this and commented many times I wanted to come back. You're just sitting back. Oh, cocktail. Delicious. Sex on the beach. Oh, and a cocktail. Sex on the beach. And another cocktail. And some sex on the beach. See what I'm saying there, guys? You've just been fucking partying the whole time and driving fucking sports cars. How about getting the server? But at a minimum, you do know people like Kobe Bryant and legendary athletes. Some of them, Dominic Cruz retired in MMA now. He still trains because he knows that the moment you stop training, it all goes to shit, mate. Then you'll never start again. Then you'll be out of shape the rest of your life. Even if you're not going to be a pro anymore, surely you want to keep like some of your skills sharp. Surely you want to keep that thing you're transcendently good at, like a skill that's active, that's something that you can tap into. Maybe you could even do a different esports game, whatever it is. This base is going to help you, but instead of you letting that atrophy all the way down to the extent that now that you join the team, bro, it's almost 2 years since you left being an actual active pro. Almost 2 years. 2 years, literally, can be like half a career for a CS player. And that was a different game. So this whole like blind thing of sort of like, you're trapping me, bro. Then you know what? You're on Twitter, you're on social media, you're seeing all this private stuff. You're even like essentially leaking stuff to push things your way. Well, you know what, homie? Go ahead, open that fucking Twitter box up and just type in what your salary is. I don't think there's an NDA that says you're not allowed to say it. I do not believe that would be in your contract. Go ahead and type out, yo, it's hard when you're in jail, and then put a comma, being paid, and then I want to know what the number is. And if that number, by the way, is 5 figures per month, already I don't have that much sympathy for you because you get paid 5 figures to not play CS. Now, yes, Na'vi have market opportunities, I get all that. But also, if it ends up being 5 figures and the first numbers are 2 or a 3, shut the fuck up, my dude. You do realise, you know people like Forrest that you worship fallen. If I go to the early years of either their careers in CSGO, especially for majors, or their careers at the end of 1.6 for people like Forrest, someone like Forrest had to have his team every big tournament in a year and he got his €1,200 salary from Fnatic or SK. And at the end of the year, if his team won almost every tournament, his total revenue earnings before tax would be something like $25,000, $30,000 for a whole year where he was epically successful. Now you're getting that potentially every month to not play CS. And by the way, Lord forgive me if you were getting your full fucking salary. If you were really getting the a month and you were whining like this, mate, you still have some serious fucking attitude repair to do in your life if you ever want to be a vaguely reasonable fucking teammate or org employee in this sense. Like, again, I'd be totally on your side if you were like trapped on the bench, and it was just that Blade's some asshole, and he's become the tyrant. He just doesn't want you to play the team because he wants all the credit. Or if you were grinding like a motherfucker, you're showing your skills. You are playing on load with tier 3 teams. When you get your chances in Falcons and Fears, you've got your fucking skill. Red Toby, you go there and you murk the tournament. You're like the 5th best tournament. You play the entire tournament. Everyone sees it. Goes, fuck. It's not just like Simple's ready to be the best. Everyone would want you in a team. Everyone would be on your side. Instead, you just, play to the cheap seats. Like, oh, I'm fucking trapped, I'm a jail. Come on, kids, do the right thing, mate. Help a brother out. And all the whole time, you're not playing the game. You're not a good ship. You're even essentially admitting yourself, like, why would Fears pay me? Well, then why the fuck would Navi just let you go? You know the main value you have to Navi is your contract, bro. It's a fact that you signed it when you were Simple. In theory, Simple's still in there. We saw flashes of him at the Major. And so another org that wants both a giant, incredibly marketable, fucking all-time Mount Rushmore level esports figure, who also might one day again be the top 10 player in the world, they can gamble on you. And if they don't want to gamble right now with the buyout, months to go, they can rent you for a month for 6 figures. Sounds like Navi played it perfectly. At the end, I noticed you haven't said anything shit about the when he's left now, and they've even implied by how he left the result. I noticed they didn't say he paid a big buyout. Now, by the way, maybe there is a world, I think this would be madness, where Navi has just... I just don't know that I believe it, because why would it be to a casino team, you know what I mean? Surely that would be beyond the pale. I'll even put this out there. I don't know whether he did this, but I'm just going to put this on the table. Bro, you've been getting millions of dollars. You've been getting enormous amounts of salary last few years. Can you just pay a part of the back? You're the one who's going to be the shit, right? You're definitely going to start paying practice. And besides, you should be on the same. Look, go ahead then, hold on, contribute. You put up a third of the buyout. You put up a third of the money. That would be a brilliant way to show the team that you're going to sign with. You're really invested. You're going to make that worth your while. You're not going to be the one to... My God, imagine that. Imagine someone losing money in esports to make this entire endeavour run. You know, the way all the team orgs work, like Navi. The way it works for the tournament organisers, so when they have to sell it to the Saudis, mate, or take massive sponsorships like Blast does. You do know the only 2 entities in esports that constantly just print money and never lose money. Are you ready? There's 2 groups of them. Game developers like Valve and Riot Games and Blizzard and Activision Blizzard, because they just make all the money from the game, don't they? And don't tell us all how much they make from our earnings. And then there's pro players like you. Even when you're sat, you're playing the game, you're just stacking cheddar, and then you have the balls to turn down to the people who are losing the money, so you can stack cheddar either playing the game or not playing the game, and play they're imprisoning you. Holy, put me in that contract jail. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking mental. I'll let you make more in a month than I do in like fucking 3 months in your contract prison. I don't actually know if that's true, to be fair. But I'd have to run the numbers on that one. But I tell you what, I wouldn't be whining. I'll give you that. Now, I do think the last thing, if you were someone else who wasn't Simple, and you'd left the game for a few years, you only had a few glimpses of coming back to competition, and even then it was just like, for a month at a time for teams. You're way behind on the meta, your weapon isn't as powerful anymore, although yours had very good rifles as well. I actually think this move would be a massive gamble. This could actually be how your career is. This team, they don't put a good squad around you, they don't have you just play a so-so. You lose, if you had your motivation issues before, you definitely lose your motivation. You get depressed playing a million online games and stupid CCTV matches. You get sick of people match fixing and cheating against you. You get sick of fans talking shit every time you have a bad game. If you're anyone else, this could actually kill your career. This could be the end. And you've fucked up and you should maybe have chosen something differently or practiced differently before the phase 1. The difference is, this is again where Simple is an outlier. Because I do think the core factor for me isn't can Simple do it in this team and get to the end of his contract and win a big squad. I think that absolutely can. The question is this, does he actually love either playing the game CS2 or competing at the highest level in CS2? Anywhere close to what he used to. Because if he has managed to rekindle that love and that desire, I would bet anything he succeeds he doesn't. And that by the end of the year, he's in a better squad, or he's in a team going to the major, or next year he gets signed to a big team and he walks in with no buyout, he gets his big salary.
Must be one of the...
That is all possible because it was always in this guy's hands. He's one of those people who's so exceptionally talented and has appetite and tolerance for working hard. That someone like that, I can believe in that all day long. But notice,
Last shot, nice.
it's the hard work. The hard work and the discipline combined with the talent is what makes Simple unbeatable, in my opinion, for anyone. Donk, Z-Woman, all of them, unbeatable. But if that latter one isn't there, then all of a sudden Navi looks smart, don't they? Suddenly Face seems like maybe that was the right move. You go and look elsewhere in the scene, and all of a sudden you can see why people are a little bit nervous, why people are a bit scared to commit, because they don't know if he's fully committed. Now if he is, I think he'll be one of the greatest players ever in CS2. But if he doesn't, maybe we're going to see a similar rerun. I don't forget the people that support me. In the case of this team, that would be Matt, Rachel, Rakula, Jason, Jensen, Nikki, Tosh, Tuku, you know who I'm always going to give the biggest shout out to, my boy Jerky's Minion. Do you want to ask a question? Do you want to suggest a topic for a guest? Or do you want to find out who the next guest is? I've already recorded but not yet released. Or maybe you want to take part in all those favourite long-form discussions where you get to decide the topics, but any of those perks or others tickle your fancy. Simply click on the Patreon link in the description box below and put your money where your mouth is and join the Illuminati today.
Some of my favourite businesses, as long-term channel viewers are aware, are fake technology. These are startups usually out of California, but in recent years they've sprouted all over the world, where a charismatic founder takes a humdrum business, layers on a
One shot. Come B. Go B, guy, go B. Come back.
Counter-terrorists win.
Dışarıcı andır ötesi. Kanıfta diyorsun ha.
Connor, нэг ладер орч.
Not can ich run jungle. Go big.
Let's call.
What's RAM?
Activating the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Made himself available for any interviews or follow-up discussions.
If you're watching this, you may be in all this. Because you can tell other YouTubers, streamers, etc. about this initiative, and maybe they'll pick it up. Now, I'm offering myself for interviews, publicity on this issue, whatever. But almost anyone with a
And that's where Thor entered the picture. He came across the Stop Killing Games initiative in August of 2024. Now, given his history of speaking in favor of the gamers and developers, and against greedy publishers, people naturally expected him to throw his full support behind the campaign. However, this couldn't have been further from the truth.
No, this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to.
Not only did he dislike the idea of Stop Killing Games, his choice of words was harsh to say the least.
That is awful. That is horrible gut direction. That's awful. Now, eat my entire. The level of stupid that I just had to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours. It sucks. That's a really stupid. That's incredibly stupid. I think this is complete garbage.
He has
I dropped the mask entirely. I have no qualms about that. My entire.
This was a shock to many of his viewers, so Thor published 2 full videos to clarify his point of view further, and while these videos saw plenty of pushback from fans who were flabbergasted by his decision to oppose what they saw as something good, it ultimately resulted in the Stop Killing Games movement receiving significantly less support than it would have if Thor supported it as well. You have to remember that this was all before the World of Warcraft hardcore fiasco. Back then, the broader gaming community still viewed Thor as a beacon of insight and authority in game development. Ross tried to combat the negative reception by publishing a FAQ video to clear any misconceptions about Stop Killing Games. Unfortunately, this wasn't as effective as he would have liked, resulting in Stop Killing Games losing all momentum and essentially becoming dead on arrival. It's 2025, and turning an idea into an online business needs to be lightning fast. So Odoo's e-commerce tool gets a store as profitable in minutes. Big thanks to Odoo for sponsoring this video. Odoo is an all-in-one management platform that gives entrepreneurs everything they need, from invoicing and accounting to inventory, project management, website creation, and more. With Odoo's e-commerce builder, you can launch an online store fast. The built-in configurator asks a few questions, then an AI drafts your entire site, maybe using a product catalog skeleton. After that, you just drag and drop content, fonts and colors, and your storefront is ready. Adding products is just as smooth. Create an item, drop a name and price, then dress it up with images, descriptions, and any layout you like. Need variants or bundles? One click. Your setup is equally simple. Enter your VAT number, bank account, and invoice template, choose shipping methods and payments providers, hit save, and your store is officially open for business. Here's the best part. Your first Odoo app is free for life, including unlimited hosting, support, and even a custom domain for a year. Since Odoo's website and invoicing apps connect automatically, you can run your entire online store without paying a cent until you scale. And extra apps start from just $24.90 USD per user per month. Ready to turn that idea into revenue? Click the link below and launch your e-commerce store with Odoo today. That being said, let's get back into the video. For the next 10 months, it looked like, despite Ross's good intentions, his initiative was doomed to fail spectacularly. Then, he did something that no one saw coming. On June 22nd, 2025, Ross uploaded an hour-long video titled "The End of Stop Killing Games," talking about the disappointing state of the petition.
The European Citizens Initiative failing kind of stings. Again, this one is crazy powerful, but the hurdle we just couldn't get past was that it requires 1 million signatures from citizens of EU countries. And we've only made it just under halfway.
And after thanking many of the creators that voiced their support for their campaign, he shifted his focus towards the elephant in the room, the one creator whose coverage was straight up poisonous for the initiative, Thor.
This video came out right as we were building momentum. Then except for one boost in Germany, the signatures started drying up like clockwork.
Ross also revealed why he didn't make a direct response to Thor until now.
This put me in kind of a no-win scenario, too. Because if I ignored it, then a lot of people were going to get misinformed about the campaign. And if I did a response video, which is not something I wanted to do anyway, then it might look like drama farming, which could understandably turn off a lot of people from the campaign, because it's not about that at all. So I quickly made this video trying to clear up all misconceptions and concerns about the initiative with timestamps for everyone's questions, hoping the truth would eventually come out. I can see now that was a mistake. I should have just embraced the drama.
At this point, Stop Killing Games was already on track to be a failure, so this video was one last push from Ross to make a difference. Surprisingly, this worked better than anyone could have ever expected, and one big reason for that was what Ross revealed about Thor, because, as it turned out, Thor misunderstood and misrepresented the whole thing.
If you try to tell me that every studio needs to run their live service game indefinitely or not run one at all, then no one's going to run them.
Oh no! He wheeled out that line about publishers having to support the game forever. He was literally watching the video earlier where it says it won't do that in big letters. That wasn't enough. We just can't stop gamers from going there, even when we spell it out.
Ross was having none of it.
Heart hurts to see the biggest voice on this issue get it wrong again and again and again, then put that same wrong information on blast to a far bigger audience than we can reach. It hurts. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand what we're asking for.
He even called out the clear contradiction Thor made in his own argument just seconds apart.
I think live service games getting sunsetted is fine. I've always thought that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I have no problems with the end of a video game.
See, I wish he started his big YouTube video with that message instead of deleting it. Instead, he presented himself as pro-preservation and not wanting the medium to die out.
It's incredibly important to me that we keep making games and that the next generation has the tools to do so their medium doesn't die out. Or will. That's the whole intention of all this.
So he doesn't want games to die out, except he's fine with that. I think there's some cognitive dissonance going on there.
This video showed that Thor's distaste for the Stop Killing Games initiative is based on complete misinterpretations, which in turn called his credibility as an experienced and knowledgeable developer in question. However, before Thor had even a chance to respond, Ross's new video reached the one man who could bring this issue to a mainstream audience, Charlie.
There is an initiative that has been aiming to fight back against a lot of these practices that I think really need some big old stop destroying things that people have paid for.
Terrorists win.
I think that is a very understandable, very reasonable take, very agreeable.
And he called out Thor's incorrect interpretation of the initiative as well.
He didn't even get the Cliff Notes summary right. He missed all the QTEs and got the bad ending on understanding the initiative from the jump here. Ross is correct. This has nothing to do with just single-player only games that require an online connection, that when the online connection is severed, you lose access to the game. Like, yeah, that is included in all of this, but that's not, like, what the whole movement is about. And for some reason, Pirate Software is stuck on that, like, fixated, as if that is the actual, like, meat and potatoes of the Stop Killing Games. They need to be more specific in their language about it being single-player, always online connectivity games. When that's just not what it's about. Like, they're not being specific about that because that is not what they are specifically targeting.
This video from Charlie was a godsend for Stop Killing Games, as it exposed the idea to over 3.4 million people. More importantly, it highlighted Thor's flawed take and the damage it did to an otherwise positive movement. Following Charlie's video, several other creators also came forwards with their support for the initiative, including Jacksepticeye, The Actman, PewDiePie, and many more. The story was also picked up by countless commentary YouTubers, resulting in Thor once again receiving pushback for his opposition of Stop Killing Games. But unlike last time, where it sort of fizzled out within weeks, the backlash wasn't showing any signs of slowing down. He started losing subscribers and followers across all platforms, and everything he did online got flooded with dislikes and angry comments, like, essentially, you will own nothing and be happy. I reject that. Achievement getting wrong on all levels. Many of these commenters were even his own loyal fans, who now saw him as a corporate shill more than a genuinely well-intentioned developer. As a casual follower ever since the beta release of Heartbound, this is extremely disappointing to watch. The backlash was so overwhelming that it seemed like nothing he said could soften the blow or calm the outrage. However, that's not true. He still had a chance to retain some of the trust his viewers had put in him. All he had to do was admit fault, apologize, and support the Stop Killing Games initiative. But knowing Thor, that was never going to happen. Just as he did after the hardcore World of Warcraft incident, Thor decided to double down here as well, and stick to his stance, regardless of how wrong he was, stating, "For those that will scream he's doubling down, yes, I am. I give a about this initiative and what it means for games, developers, and players in the future." Near the end of this tweet, he also stated, "Just because I don't support this doesn't mean you should blindly follow me in that. Just because I said pretty words on the internet, you also shouldn't blindly bash me because some other creator said to. Watch the videos I put out, read the initiative, decide for yourself, apply critical thinking, and don't outsource it to others." Completely disregarding the responsibility he had as a creator that millions looked up to at one point. Not to mention, this also went against what he said in his initial reaction.
This is it's not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to.
This attitude only angered the internet more, forcing him to step away from off-brand games, the game studio Ludwig founded with his friends. However, Thor couldn't help but turn this into a source of embarrassment as well. You see, he announced his leave in a tweet, reading, "I'm no longer working at off-brand games. People were attacking all of the games we were publishing and trying to mass review them. You can dislike the things I say, but this kind of behavior is unhinged." But when people checked the games published by off-brand games, they didn't find a noticeable uptick in negative reviews. In other words, Thor straight up lied about his reasoning for leaving the studio.
mid. İçeri.
Incendiary out. Laying down smoke.
Bir kan harcan. Şöyle. Yine traf şartlamış. Harcan.
Throwing smoke. Deploying flashbang. Grenade out.
Hepsi kar. Hepsi.
Counter-terrorists win. Now we're getting stuck right into them. Let's go, fellas. Incendiary. Throwing a grenade. Laying down smoke. Throwing smoke.
Miros.
Smoke.
Gobi.
Grenade out. Deploying flashbang.
One shot. Back.
Studio.
हाँ 1 मिनट बच्चे.
कैसे मतलब मुझे आता नहीं है क्या हुआ?
कैसा कौन सा स्विच? रमेश अंकल सांगा हो रिंग म्हणून सांग.
हाँ
टीवी ऑन क्या ना?
नहीं हिंदू.
नहीं समझ रहा.
हाँ. देखो मैंने टीवी ऑन किया है.
He could have simply been honest and admitted that he was stepping away to prevent any backlash from hitting the studio, which had nothing to do with his personal opinions, but his ego wouldn't let him. Instead, he chose to lie and ended up getting caught red-handed. That said, all the hate towards Thor did have the positive effect of making the Stop Killing Games movement go viral. This has resulted in it not only reaching its goal within days, but shooting past it with over 200,000 more at the time of writing. Thor, however, still cannot admit defeat. After the petition reached its goal, he made a tweet that contained a mixture of denial and boasting at the same time, stating, "The most interesting narrative is that my video somehow killed the initiative. This graph says that the initiative already had a downward trend in interest when my videos dropped. My videos do not seem to have had any impact on the movement at all, making me the villain did though. Best of luck with your next steps." And as expected from him at this point, he was completely wrong once again. The graph he shared showed the lifetime signatures for the petition. If we zoom into the first 2 months instead, we can clearly see the momentum fall off a cliff the second Thor reacted to Stop Killing Games on his stream. As for his line about becoming the quote villain, Charlie had some necessary feedback on that.
I cannot believe his ego. His ego is so out of control, I feel like he's only a week or two away from exclusively referring to himself in third person, like Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin. And that's the truth, because Pirate Software said so. Something like that. It's crazy how he's responding. The smugness is nails on a chalkboard. It just makes you feel icky listening to it.
Even when he's trying to back down, he can't help but create from bad financial takes.
Dang, dude, nobody's ever done that. The entire amount. I'll find you a jet. They found me a jet. I took delivery of it on December what?
To downright awful dating advice.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
There's no shortage of fake gurus on the internet, all claiming to be experts in their field, when in reality, they're nothing more than sleazy con men who take advantage of their desperate followers. They do what it takes to squeeze every last dollar from their audience, all while offering advice that's vague at best and dangerously misguided at worst. And while many of them go unchecked, some of these so-called experts find themselves in the crosshairs of Penguin Zero, aka Charlie, who has no qualms about dismantling these digital snake oil salesmen and exposing them for who they really are, liars.
The only thing more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male is a guy who calls himself an alpha male and then tries to sell advice to desperate, lonely men.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're diving into the worst fake gurus exposed by Penguin Zero, how he tore into their grifts, and even saved an innocent YouTuber from financial ruin in the process, starting with one of the biggest posers online, Jason Wojo. Put simply, Jason is a budget Andrew Tate who tries way too hard to flex his non-existent wealth.
Take you, for example, and me, and we both pull up and we go to your girl. Odds are you're gonna take that bitch. If you compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle.
He found his small audience by flooding sites like YouTube and TikTok with thousands of short videos, spouting pseudo-intellectual nonsense.
You're poor if you vote for the president. Goldfish are smarter than humans. Your t-shirt is putting us into debt. Money is actually not real.
But as it turned out, this quote, self-made multi-millionaire didn't even pay the editors who created these videos for him, with one of them writing, "Have been working for Wojo from past 3 to
Hi.
No.
Counter-terrorists win.
Do you know how to play this?
No.
Let's go then. What is this?
Counter-terrorists win.
Go be okay.
Why are you going?
Do you know smoke? For heaven. I can drop you where you want. Smoke.
Okay.
In here, right?
Drop myself.
Where?
Outside.
Two.
Terrorists win.
दोनों मिलकर कुछ लगा दो बिरयानी
A side. Should be B lobby on me. And B is clear.
Two side.
Nice.
Alright.
He'll drop me.
Can you smoke?
No. Walking down the smoke. I'm throwing a grenade. Molotov.
Come on.
Drop. Go ramp. Beside. Oh, sorry, I mean right side. Vent.
Wait.
He's up. He went. There, he's one. Right side. He's watching man. Oh.
Kincana.
Fine. What is this?
I'm planted. Bomb has been planted.
King chain. Double it. You want AK? Blue. Some. Okay. Nine. You're so silent. Oh no. He's half. I hit it. Bomb heaven. Kirby lobby. Ahead. Ramp. Nice. Nice try. Could you say info at this? I drop you smoke, can you smoke her? Try going A. Yeah, A clear. Kirby lock. Ramp. Ramp.
I planted. Bomb has been planted.
go heaven. I can drop you smoke. I don't know how to smoke. Hurt it. Died. I smoked, I don't know.
Counter-terrorists win.
Let's go ramp, push ramp. Ramp. Small plant. Stay alive. In smoke? No. I don't know. Nice.
We cannot be killed.
Remember, this is bandit country. Shoot everything that moves. Roger. Come on, jump.
Wind.
Terrorists win.
Flashbang. Smoke. Smoke.
Bomb has been planted.
Throwing a grenade.
Behind.
Get back.
Terrorists
No, that's... Not prime.
Let's go. Throwing smoke.
Say info, guys, please. Say info. Someone watching A? I don't know. In. A.
counter-terrorists
No.
win.
Let in the clear lines.
Can you boost me? Берем. Ramp. One more.
Terrorists win.
That's a no. Come on, jump. Decoy. Deploying flashbang. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke.
I killed top.
One top. On our side. Two.
Two secret. You mean B? B. Two. Stay alive, no. Nice.
Easy lemon squeezy.
Hey, drop me.
Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal, but they don't mind using it. Flashbang. Incendiary out.
We have bomb.
Throwing fire. Throwing flashbang.
Full blood.
Counter-terrorist.
Nice.
Let's make this Reyes rain. Incendiary. Throwing fire. Incendiary out.
One way.
Throwing a grenade.
Nice. Where's that?
Smoke.
Hiding. No? No, chamber ramp.
Throwing fire. Grenade. Throwing smoke.
Wait.
Throwing fire. Grenade out.
Wait. Oh my god.
One A site.
They should go A.
Roger that.
To A. Left side slot. Nice. Confident.
Defusing.
Nice.
Counter-terrorists win.
You're right on. Gear up. We're going in. Flashbang. Incendiary out. Incendiary. Grenade out. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Throwing smoke.
Infant. Where?
Sector.
B.
Bomb has been planted.
Flashbang.
Singleton.
Nice.
Counter-terrorists win.
We took the piss out of them. Let's show them who we are. Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke. Throwing fire. Grenade out. Grenade. Throwing smoke. Incendiary out.
Nice. Nice.
All right. Nice one, boys.
4 months as video editor, and there are other 15 to 16 editors which Wojo hired. First 2 months were very good, but after that, he didn't pay us all for 2 months, and now he's not replying to any of us and have blocked us. So please be aware of this fraud Wojo, who calls himself a multi-millionaire, which he's not. As time went on, he transitioned from a fake marketing expert to an even worse life coach with terrible advice, like this.
If you go to the gym like these idiots, that's why you're broke. I tell you why going to the gym is a fucking waste of money. If you truly think that you getting bigger arms and you getting bigger calves is going to make you more money, you are very, very mistaken. Everything that happens within business or mental shit happens up here. It has nothing to do with anything else.
This even left his own viewers confused, unsure whether he was joking or actually trying to give serious advice, with comments like, "I think this guy is trolling," and "Is this guy serious?" This also caught the attention of Charlie, who uploaded his video on Jason in March of 2023, referring to him as simply, quote, pathetic.
I'm sure you've all heard the expression, fake it till you...
हो गया काम खत्म आज का वीक का।
How's it feel to make $1 million every minute? 2 bags, 1 day.